Steph will be pleased to know I'm plugged in. I was chatting to Steph last night on Zoom and it just died because I wasn't plugged in. Right. Okay. So here we are. Yeah, just there are a couple of things. We're going to talk about social media because that's like our starting point. And also somebody remind me that this is about establishing between us all a common agreement about the time and day of the month for a regular monthly meeting, so we know it's on the 8th Thursday of the month or whatever. So we could, if we can't attend, we can't, but at least we know and we can start to pencil it in. And then there isn't this like, well, who's going to organize it and who's going to do it, and can we make what's the most important? That's the day and the time every month, just to keep us connected and rolling forward, and participating and taking responsibility for our part in this. So somebody remind me to come back to that. So yeah, first thing is everybody happy about where they are with the site? Have you got your bios up? Have you got your images up? And what was that, Nicola? I heard that in my mind. That was telepathic. That was amazing. There's no shame here. It's just like, who wants help? Hands up. Who would like some help?
I've done about 2 pages of copy. I haven't put them into the website yet. I've located the instruction document that Jane kindly put into the Facebook page or wherever I found it. So I'll be able to get it into the website probably in about a few more days. But I think it would be best to run the copy by a couple of people before I do stick it up on the site.
Yeah. When you say copy, define copy.
Copy is like what you write when you're advertising yourself, or it's advertising.
What form is your copy taking? Is it a blog? Is it a bio?
It's paragraphs about what, say, art therapy is, paragraphs about what other therapies are, and paragraphs about myself. And so there's a bio and there's separate paragraphs about different techniques that I use. Right. Yeah.
So we need the bio to go up, not the whole thing. The whole thing, convert those into blogs so they can become information posts for people. And then in your bio, create the links that go straight back to your website or your Facebook or whatever, where all of that information is as well. So we're like doubling it up. Like Steph said, the interesting bit in the first paragraph, people lose interest after that. So
absolutely,
yeah. So just keep it nice and concise, but lots of links to your socials, your website, etc. And the rest of it, that's absolute gold for converting it into the blogs and the information that is the free content for people to access and download. Does that make sense, Morgan?
It almost does. It's not that I've got a question. I think it's just going to take a little while to sink in.
Yeah. Don't sit on it. Send it to one of us.
I will. I'll send.
We can, say this is great for this. This would make a great blog post. Do this with this and really quick. Yeah.
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 I'm happy to support on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Steph. Thank you. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, an ideal blog is about 300 words. You can have a long blog, which is 800 words, but 300 words is fine just for people to get to know you and what you do and want to read another one or, get in touch with you. Always, always, always put a CTA, call to action, on the end of every blog.
Yeah. Call to action on the end. Right.
Yeah.
Which could be a discovery call or download a freebie or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the standard things we've got on the blogs on the website, if you've had a look, is at the end of every post, it's, please reach out to these mentors if you want to read more, So there's like the little hook is always there.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Fabulous.
Jo, were you asking a question, Angel?
Only about the call to action, but it's clear now. Thank you.
No problem, Angel.
I'm making notes so that we actually have minutes of our meeting for the bank.
Ooh. also when you write a post, think of the end in mind. Have the end in mind. You know, the end in mind come first. So what they're going to get, what benefits they're going to get from you. So always have that in mind when you're writing.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I've spoken to Louise, and we had a little look in the back end because she was with me over the weekend. And so if you write a blog post on a topic, so know if it's work related, relationship related, where do you want to have it featured? And then know your modality, how you can help them with. So you have a problem, you have a solution. This is the tool I'm doing it with, and click here to find out more. Does that make sense? Because we're dropping it into certain sections.
Yeah.
So it needs to be assigned a tool. So, for example, if you do Akashic Records, how can Akashic Records help you with your wealth and abundance? So it goes into the Akashics, it goes into wealth and abundance, and you just put your take on it, how you can help them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. So anybody else need any help getting the bio up there, or?
Yeah, so I put a blog up a while ago, and I can't find it anywhere. So I don't know if I've finished it or where I am.
Techie people, where are my techie people? Why would that happen?
John, when you say you put a blog up, do you mean
WordPress or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but the WordPress and the other thingy, whatever it is, I can't remember. It's
Elementor?
That, thank you.
Elementor. So I put all that in there, and I think I set things to go in the right places, but I haven't seen it launch yet. And it was
But then you have to publish it. Oh, sorry, Jane, you go for it.
I'll have a look, John, because I vaguely think I remember publishing that, giving it permission to be live on the site.
yeah,
So I'll have a look for it.
yeah. Because the first time I did it, I just did it in WordPress, and then I did it again and put it in Elementor, like you told me. But
That's right, yeah.
And I can't find out where it is. I think I might not have done something, but
I'll have a look.
okay. Thanks, Jane.
John, do you remember having cloned, because you all have a template?
Yes.
So
yeah,
before you put anything in the template, you have to clone it.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the only reason why it wouldn't show up as an extra blog post if you tweak the template, if that makes sense.
Unless it wasn't tagged.
I don't think I've tweaked it anyway.
It might not show up, it wasn't assigned to any categories either. I'll have a look.
To clone a template, does that mean that you copy and paste it before you use it? Or
You saw that when you go in the back end, you'll see there's a template made for it. It says, it'll say Morven's content. And basically underneath it, there's a word clone, and all the instructions in the videos and the PDF documents. But you just click on the word clone, and you will now have two Morven's content, and you just change one of them. So you've always got the one that hasn't been edited to go back to each time you make something new.
Yeah, so you're like a virgin template, and then you have to click on the clone, and then you use the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've just been on to the website whilst we've been talking. This is John. So I've gone on to Circle for Transformation, John, and it says discover content, Alexander technique. But when you click that, it doesn't go anywhere. So there's not a connection between that link and the document. So Jane's the lady on that, but that's from the website.
It's pending. I'm just in the back end. It has got the links. It says it's pending. So I will just make it live. I don't know what happened there, but I'll get it live.
Yeah, I clicked submit for review, I think, and then
I think, unfortunately, so the system says submit for review, which is basically to tell us that you posted something. It's not that we're really reviewing it. It's just it's just how the system works, so that we don't have everyone able to access everything. And you think when you've clicked that, we'll know about it, but the system does not tell us. So we need you, and if you edit it and it says submit for review again, then you need to come back to us and say, hey, I've changed it. Could you just please approve it? So if anything you create, when you've done your bio, when you've done your content, if you could just send a message, either in the Facebook group or the WhatsApp group or somewhere, just shout out, please, could someone just approve my post?
Yeah.
And we should, do it very quickly most of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Jane, maybe we can also have a look to see if we can streamline that somehow. Just letting everyone know who thinks, oh my God, every time I want to make a change, I need to alert someone. So we're looking into making this potentially a bit easier if we can find a solution.
Yeah. It's published.
Woohoo. I will have a nosy now.
Any more questions about the site, posting on there? Where are you, Nicola? What stage are you at with that?
I've got to be honest, I haven't really looked at the instructional videos because I wanted to make sure that all the stuff I was putting in there, so a bit like Morven, I've been working on the bio. I've got a WordPress account for my blog, but it's been quite a while since I've been on there, and my actual website itself needs redesigning. It's not how I want it to be. So I want to make sure that everything's right, but I'm not letting that. I am going to put that on there, but there is just a few tweaks I want to make, and I'll go through the videos. It's not, don't you raise your eyebrows at me, it's not procrastination, it's not, because all the work is being done behind the scenes, but I want to have it all there, and then when I look at the videos I will go through it step by step to put it on there. Whereas if I watch the videos and then think, oh, I need that, then I'll have to rewatch the videos again because I won't remember.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
yeah.
I am
just making
aware
sure you don't need any hands-on help with it straight away,
Not straight away now. I'm just doing the prep at the moment, but it's actually scheduled in my diary for tomorrow. So I don't work
Fabulous.
Thursdays and Fridays, so it's penciled in. Well, it's not, it's pending.
Fabulous. I was going to say, do you need an accountability buddy?
Not at this moment in time,
Okay.
because I'm pretty much there. Like I say, there's just a few tweaks, and I want to have it completely ready how I want it before I watch those videos and do it.
Yeah.
Once I've watched the videos, I might need an accountability buddy after that, once I come to do it. But yeah, let's see where I'm up to, because I've done my bio and I've done the website and I did the blogs and I've gone to look at them and they're not me anymore, and I've completely changed my ideas and what I do and my angle on things. So there's a lot I want to go back in and revisit. And yeah, there's lots of there's images that I want to change on my freebie, lots of things, lots of tweaks.
Yeah.
But they are
anybody else
underway.
doing that
It's not like they're not being done. Sorry?
I said, I've never heard of anybody else doing that before.
What did you say?
I don't know. I've lost count of how many times I've changed my website and tweaked it here and that's not really what I do anymore. Yeah, it's just, and it's actually a good idea to keep doing that with your website, to keep changing the content, changing the stuff, change the images, change the order of things if you can, if you've got that kind of prowess of doing that. It kind of wakes it up in the search engines. It's like, oh, so good call, excellent.
Yeah.
So it looks
about
like
a year ago
on,
when
on
I
track.
originally
Sorry.
I was going to say, about a year ago when I originally did my bio, I didn't know where I wanted, and over the last year I've really narrowed it down and I know exactly what I want now. And I didn't have clients. I've had clients since then, so again that clarifies what you do, doesn't it? So I really, and it's all, when you go and read it yourself a year later or 6 months later, you look at it and you go, it's so woolly, I need this to be a lot more succinct. Like Steph was just saying about the first thing you read. When I read it, does anyone care about my kids? No. does anyone care about this information? And you look at things in a different, more objective way. So yeah, I want to be straight in there with what I do and how I help people, and then go into the woolly stuff afterwards. But yeah.
Also, when you're writing things, like when you go across, like from Facebook to Instagram to the website, don't have the same thing. You know, change it. Don't have the same thing running, like the same theme running all the way through. Have something different.
Yeah.
Make sure it's obviously you. Keep your branding. Don't change your branding. Keep your branding across all the platforms. You know, so you get like the Nike tick. They don't even have to put the name on it. Anybody, people see the tick and go, "Oh yeah." Like, you know, the yellow arches. I was going to say the big tits of America, but you know what I mean. The yellow arches. You know, yeah. That's what they're known as. Okay, I'm not making that up. That's what the McDonald's M is known as. Okay. Yeah.
I've heard that before. I was completely stuck on the branding for a year, and then I sat with Stephanie for half an hour and she sorted it.
That night.
She's a bit good.
Enjoyed that.
That was just like that simple, because I was in the right frame of mind. She asked the right questions, and I've been overthinking it for so long. When someone asks you a direct question, I got the direct answer. I didn't overthink it. I just went, yeah, I know it's this. So, yeah.
Well, fabulous. I mean, it looks like we're all kind of on a roll and we're all doing our thing as much as we can. Should we move on now to social media? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a fantastic blog on a website I've just noticed.
Sorry?
There's a fantastic blog on the website I've just noticed.
Which is what?
The one with the dog.
The one with the dog.
I haven't looked for ages. Been a bit busy. So yeah, social media, you may or may not know, we've got profiles and presence on most of the accounts, except Twitter and Threads, actually. That might be to do with, in my opinion, on Twitter, but hey ho, there you go. Anyone wants to set up a Twitter account, have at it. I don't mind. Obviously we need to have some kind of a strategy going across the social media. So open to suggestions, open to kind of brainstorming it, see what we come up with, see what the majority agree on. We're not going to kind of lead from the top down. This is a collective, and we all need to kind of express what we think about social media, where we feel our strengths are, what we know that's worked for us and what hasn't, things like that. So I'm basically opening the floor if anyone's got any good suggestions. I mean, I've got some, but I'm not saying that they have to, roll with that. It's down to everybody. This is for all of us. So I mean, you can pop it in the chat if you want to pop stuff in the chat, and we can then read through it. I can sort of save the chat for later as well, I think. I'm sure I can do that.
I'm just thinking, Sass, about like if I was to do the thing with Twitter, what it is that would it be advisable to have like a discipline of like, right, I'm going to do my Twitter account 3 times a week? Or it's just, I tend to go hot on websites and social media for about a couple of weeks, and then it's like it just sits for like 2 months. Then I'll come back, and then it just sits for another while, and then it's like I'm just kind of trying to think about getting support if it needs to be more often than that, in that, do I need to sustain a conversation depending on what comes up? And so I can get embroiled. I can really enjoy that, but also I've got embroiled in things in the past whereby, you just end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay. What we're looking for really is, how are we going to engage in the Circle for Transformation social media Are we going to write new content? Are we just going to share content that we're doing on our own socials? Are we going to kind of distribute roles amongst us? Or like you say, you're like really hot on it for a week or so and then you go off the boil. That might be perfect if we decide to have a schedule where one or two of us are responsible for doing X, Y, and Z for a week or so, and then had enough, come back 6 months later.
Sure, because one of the things about, I know that myself, I'd be a website snob if I come across a website that hasn't really been touched and you can see it's just sitting there. And there's not much going on really. There's not much interaction going on. There isn't news going on. The last bit of news was from say 2 or 3 months ago. It's like, not interested.
This is what we need to decide. So we need to decide, if you like, everybody's got different kind of priorities or pressures, work schedules, and it's about finding a happy medium where we can say, oh, I can create 3 bits of content for the website per month. So instead of putting them all in on one day, it's like one every other week or something. So and then when that's gone on the website, that instantly makes something that we can promote on social media. So a blog post on the website creates a post for social media. So this is what we need to kind of establish between us all.
Can I say something? I'm just about to post in the group. Now, this is my hypnotherapy school that I went to. And what she's done is a stop smoking with hypnotherapy. And she's created a lead magnet and a questionnaire. Now, I can't actually share the Facebook page because it'd have to go on Messenger and not on WhatsApp. But it's the Northern College of Clinical Hypnotherapy. And when you click on it, it takes it through to her website, and then it takes you through questionnaires and the lead magnets, which then means that if they get people who are qualified leads and then put them out to the individuals. So that was for the stop smoking. So could we do disciplines, say hypnotherapy, like Kat said, the Akashic Records, Alexander technique, all the disciplines, and maybe have that sort of a blog and then a link through to who's doing that on the website. So if John was to say, I know you do lots of things, John, but John was to say Alexander technique, then you could say something, you could do the blog about, you could do the post about Alexander technique. So do you want to know more about Alexander technique, whatever. You want to find out more, put the link through to your bits on the website. If Lou wanted to do something about Akashic Records, say a little sentence about Akashic Records, and then it links through to Lou, and then you do a circle, like a schedule with what everyone does to link through.
That's exactly how the website is designed, Nicola. That's why we have topics and we have the modalities.
But I'm thinking more for the Facebook, for the pages, the advertising, or not the advertising, but just the posting onto Facebook. If you had like all the modalities doing it in, a circle, doing it in, what's the word I'm looking for, like in sequence, one after the other. So 1 month could be, maybe you do it monthly or weekly, but 1 month could be hypnotherapy, 1 month could be Akashic Records, 1 month could be Alexander technique, rather than promoting just the whole of the website and the whole of everybody, making it specific.
If we did that, I think that's great. And we can do that, but also understand that if it's Akashic Record month, but I want to write a blog about something that I'm offering, a workshop, a program or something, I want to be doing that as well. Writing a blog about it, and then or not a blog about it, or creating a landing page and posting it in the social media platforms as well. So I don't want to have to wait 6 months till
no. But
thing comes around
just
again.
as a basis to
Yeah.
actually get some content in there. So whoever's doing that modality is responsible for producing that content that month, and then when other people want to jump in and put their extra things in, they can then go in and put them in. But just as a, you know, to get the ball rolling, so there is constant content coming out all the time, and other people are not thinking, oh, it's okay because other people are doing it. It's like your responsibility. If you're the hypnotherapy, you do your hypnotherapy post, you make sure that you submit one.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the that's what you, I mean, Nicola, when you're saying that, are you talking about Facebook?
Is that where we're mostly promoting? Is that what we're
if
talking?
We're promoting something, it'll be on all the platforms.
All the platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've written copy for EMDR, for art therapy, for psychotherapy, for EAM, all to go into, I think, separate pages on the website, I think. Anyway, yeah, because it's a bit, it feels a bit, and it's okay, you know, but that's what I've done.
Some of us will naturally be more prolific than others because we've either got the time or we've got more stuff going on.
That's what hers looks like for the no smoking. So that's what I was thinking, something like really simple, like in whatever modality you're doing. So you would, but that just then so you know that something is definitely going out from all the members on a continuous period, and then when others want to add in their bits, you know, you can
about 150, 200 words looking at that.
I think Saz, is it maybe a good idea to share the initial idea that we had, that any post that we create also doubles up as a Facebook post. So if you create a post about hypnotherapy and stop smoking, and you add that as a post on the website, once you've done that, you literally take the excerpt, the little script, you maybe add another line, you go to Facebook, and we need to work out how to schedule it to Facebook and to Instagram simultaneously. But the idea is you go in and schedule it to come up, say, the next day, and you put a link in, and it links to that very blog post to Circle for Transformation where they can read more. So Nicola, if you do 3 posts a month, you can pick whatever topic you want to write about, and that goes on Facebook. The idea, I think, what Sas was talking about, having something consistent, like Monday is I don't know, energy brainstorm, or, you know, talking ideas where things are, you know, maybe have a conversation on a Tuesday, or question and answers on a Wednesday, or something that is consistent. And we're just asking for ideas if you have anything that can be light, that can be go across the topics. We're still, you know, on a Monday you have a question and answer, but the question can be about energy healing, it can be about relationship, whatever it is, but the overarching topic is question and answer, for example. So we're looking for something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think what's obvious is that we're going to have layers here. So we're going to have the kind of repetitious every week, if you like, five posts drop every day of the week, every week, that are general, that are relevant, but that people can engage with without it being specific to a modality or whatever. Just, you know, life questions, if you like, or comments, or, you know, general, like, you know, what do you do to raise your vibration, or, you know, something like that. No, somebody catching the recording. Thanks. Bye, Joe. That kind of thing, so that we have that, and that can be scheduled like every week, a month in advance. And you know, if I tell you who's the queen of this, Steph is the queen of this. Stuff just drops in Steph's things every week, and they're really, really kind of engaging questions, but like very generic. You know, it could be any day of the week. It's not about hypnotherapy, it's not about Reiki, it's not about this, but they are definitely, because it's Steffi's business, they're definitely related to, you know, what you're doing in your business, how's it going, you know, what are your wins this week, so, you know, and it's very elegant, and it's always there, but it's each day it's different. There's a different kind of way to get engaged in the posts. So, you know, so if I may say, Steph, I think they're absolutely amazing and brilliant.
Thank you.
So that's a level that we can do that, where there's just like the kind of foundation stuff going on, and then yeah, the exciting stuff, not that isn't exciting, but you know, that like the wow stuff, like this is the blog that I've written, or this is a new program I'm developing, or I've just seen this video, or that I've just seen this link to this amazing documentary, you know, the kind of not time sensitive, what's the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean, the sort of like stuff that you're not going to repeat again next week. I've written this blog on our website, or like want to know more about Alexander technique, I've literally just written this blog on our website about how you can, you know, make your legs 3 inches longer. Sign me up, please, John. You know, I'd love to have legs 3 inches longer than I've got, you know.
Sorry, I only do 4 inches.
Anything, I'll take it. Put me on a rack, I'll take it. You know, that kind of thing. So there's like the steady stream of stuff, just so that we've always got something going out there that we can all then kind of commit to engaging with, because all that sort of stuff needs is you know, the thumbs up and a comment and or a share, you know, that kind of thing, to keep the profiles active, and you know, please the algorithm, feed the algorithm. And then I suppose it's going to be a sort of suck it and see. Let's try a few things, let's suggest a few things, and let's try them for a month or so, see, you know, because at the moment there's just us. So yeah, we're going to have to kind of establish some kind of baseline of what we can cope with moving forward. And then obviously when there's more people, we can, I don't know, start assigning roles, or you know, whatever, you know.
Listening to what you're saying, Sass, what just occurred to me was a client that was a little bit surprising recently, that came along for me, and it made me think of a hook thing, and to get people's interest. Because what she presented was that, okay, she'd had a difficult childhood, like most people, you know what I mean? It's like they bring that because they come for healing, and they come to move to the next thing in their lives and get through that. And for her, it was that she's got a really nice boyfriend, but she's aware that she's keeping sabotaging it. You know, she keeps sabotaging the relationship and bringing problems in, and she's aware that she's doing that, right? And that's a really unusual thing. It's something that you don't see very often. What you see more often is got problems with a narcissistic relationship, or got a narcissistic partner, or something like that, which could be another hook. Yeah. But if, you know, it's like I'm working with relational issues, so I'd probably just post something around unusual challenges. It's like, do you find yourself sabotaging your relationship and you're unsure, or do you find yourself making things up and getting all worked up and jealous just so that you can start an argument, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, because those sorts of things, they probably do come from childhood or something like that. We know that. But it's just getting a little bit of copy together and a photograph like what you showed, Nicola, like the smoke and the cigarette, is like, that's like a hook. Yeah. So for the work that, you know, I want to do is and expand out is to make the work relevant to the stuff that's just a little bit hidden under the surface, you know.
Yeah, so that would be a blog post that you would create, and then create a post around that.
A blog post and then a post.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
that would be something that you would write about. What are your unusual challenges, and give your example and the call to action, the CTA. They have to get in touch with you or whatever, and then create a post from that. So that would be like a specialist post, I suppose. So we've got like the generic stuff, and then we've got the specialist stuff going on. So that would be sort of under the category of, because that's your field of expertise. So this is the idea. We'll have some, if everybody thinks this is a good idea, we'll have some baseline stuff so that there's always stuff on the page. And then if people come to the page as profiles or whatever, there's stuff that they can engage in that's like a little bit light touch. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read Anu's. I like the idea of everyone contributing to creating generic posts on a defined basis and liking or sharing. Yeah, in addition, people can always create specialist stuff. Yeah, absolutely, Anu. Yeah, fabulous. So I think for now, if you're all agreeable, that's what we try and establish for starters. Let's not get overwhelmed with social media and it's this and that and the other. So I suppose what we need is to establish, if not 5 generic posts, maybe 10, so that they like rotate in a fortnight. So they're not going out the same ones every week. Change it up a bit, and then people can add their specialist stuff on top of that and see how we go, rather than saying everybody has to do 3 pieces a month. Let's see what our own pace is. We know that it's there and it needs to be done, so it's our responsibility. Even if we want to like pair up and have accountability buddies or whatever, if people are sort of like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing or whatever. Nicola, you wanted to say something?
I was just going to say, how would people know that? Everyone knows when they go to Steph's page what Steph does. It's because it's in her description and they already have an awareness of her. But how do people know? Circle for Transformation is not very clear what it is we're doing. So the posts have got to be related so that people, like Morven's just said about the narcissistic behavior.
Yeah.
It's got, who are we and what do we do? If people don't know, there's no point in just having a random post like what did you have for dinner last night? Everyone's like, well, but who are you? We need to establish ourselves, and that's the only reason I was thinking about people doing their own posts, to say, hey, we're not one thing, look, we're everything, look at what we're doing. So that was my only thought, is how are we gonna get people in to say, you're not just getting one, you're getting 10 of us, or however many there are.
Kat and I have been posting from the website. I don't know how many of you have seen it over the last week or so. And we're working through all the content on the website and posting it. So we've sort of posted each modality once, and we've posted each of the topics once, and an overview of what the site is, and eventually, and then the techniques will be coming soon, or they are coming, I can't remember. And eventually we can do with the coaches. So that's like a starting point of doing that. But I think Nicola's idea, on top of, if there are enough volunteers, that we could actually have a timetable and just say, okay, is someone willing to do hypnotherapy, or the person who's currently doing hypnotherapy, will you do it this month at some point?
Yeah.
And so a leader for each of the modalities could take, or techniques as we're calling them, could just take one month and say, I will do something, at least one post, or I agree to do 3 posts around that modality in my month. And we could do the same about topics if there were volunteers. So we've got 9 topics. So if someone says, let's call it Mental Health Month, and I will come up with 2 or 3 prompts. But we need, that's 5 of us who set the site up. It's too much. So this is what we would need, volunteers to do that. But if people, so we could perhaps make a list of things like that and see if there are volunteers.
Yeah, we can assign roles.
Yeah. And within each of those, we're saying, as you say, we're saying this is what the site's about. This is one. So this month I'm going to talk about hypnotherapy. This is one of the many things that we do. Do you want to come and see the rest? Come over back to the website. And
I think it would be good to maybe have a dare I say, a Google Drive or something where we have no, another one where we have kind of examples of how to phrase this is who we are and what we do, so people aren't sort of like trying to reinvent the wheel all the time. So if we can have, I don't know, a little sort of brainstorming team where they come together with little sentences of here at Circle for Transformation, you know, our varied mentors who, you know, it's late, I'm not very good at it at the moment, call me at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm fantastic. Do you know what I mean? So that, and then we had, so people could kind of go to that and really quickly say, oh right, that's the tone of a post that shows everybody who we all are, you know, includes us all sort of subliminally, but it gets the message across that when this is who we are and what we do. So does anybody else think that'd be a good idea? And to, you know, stuff to choose or adapt and tweak,
yeah, I think it's better
with a
if
blank page all the time.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah. I'll make a note of that.
Sass, what do you think about, or not just, this is a question to everyone.
Yeah.
If we, rather than having weekly things which come around too quickly almost,
yeah,
if we split a regular month, 30 days, if you were to post something every other day, we could have 15 reoccurring things, but they only reoccur once a month.
Yeah.
Or we could do it every 3 days, then we have 10 different topics. So for example, let's talk about ... procrastination. Someone picks the word procrastination for this month, and then everyone, you know, we need to create momentum.
Yeah.
And we need to talk about our knowledge. So these could be Kickstarters questions to show our expertise. So let's talk about ... and someone who's responsible for that month picks what that word is.
So would
another
that be
one, I think.
Sorry. Would that be an opportunity for each person to say, oh, this is what I might do with procrastination?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then what somebody else would say
in the comments, that creates the engagement. If we and then if we all know, oh, Wednesday's topic is procrastination, you go and it's like, oh, this is my tips on procrastination, or how procrastination has held me back, and create engagement. Absolutely. Right. Brilliant idea. Yeah. Love it, Kat.
It could just be, you know, our experience with procrastination, how we helped customers with procrastination, what the symptoms are of procrastination. Some people might not even be, one could be awareness and one could be top tips to share, you know, the wins we had with clients.
Yeah.
That could be a standalone one. Then another reoccurring one could be once a month we invite everyone to post their freebie. So it's Freebie Friday, every third Friday of the month. Like Sass said, what do you do to raise your vibration? So we invite once a month everyone to, what have you done this month? Do you meditate? Do you do breathing? One could be a Q&A. So if we find, I think if we can find 10 that are circulating and someone takes responsibility, maybe as a team, maybe we can team 2 people up to come up with this week's questions. And
I think maybe what we need is a few like subcommittees that have got one job to do, and then we pool it all together and see what we've got coming out of it. These are some generic posts that we've come up. This is some, because I think it would be nice as well for us to have templates to work from in Canva. So we've got the logo, gotta use the logo, and you know, and things like that, so it's generic and homogenous and looks really elegant. You know, we can put our own little pictures in and our little take on it, but we've got the logo and a little bit of kind of a uniform appearance to the posts, you know. So if we have templates that we all use, maybe a choice of 2 or 3 templates, otherwise it starts looking like a jumble sale. And you know,
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's really supportive.
Yeah. I just let's do the work now in creating the templates, creating this. So down the line, it's just easy, really, really easy. I'm a big one for putting in the work now so that it's I've trained a lot of dogs. Put in the work at the beginning and then your life's so easy after that, you know. And it's like, yeah, it works. It's a good one to take through life. Do the prep.
Yeah.
So shall we I'm a little bit aware of time. I don't want to take up everybody's time. I'm aware it's kind of the evening time. So shall we do that? Shall we kind of split up into little subgroups, and then people in those groups get together at some point, or just message each other, somehow communicate, and see what ideas we can come up with, and then come back, maybe have a don't even have to have a Zoom, just kind of put it in the little private Facebook group, put some posts up and say, hey, what do people think of this as a look, or this, and get feedback there. How does that sound? I'm crushed in the rush.
Yeah, I think we can.
All right, this is what we're doing.
Maybe
okay?
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to draw
Agreed.
straws?
Let's create some momentum in the group.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
Who's with
look
who?
of each blog, or are you talking about the content for each one, or both?
Thinking.
Because I'm happy to work with someone for content, but in terms of design, as Steph knows, it's not my forte, and Canva is not my friend. I will do it, but it's hard work.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm happy to do anything on Canva with somebody. I'm like super quick on Canva with, like, yeah, that's it, it's done.
Well, Sass, do you want to then volunteer to do Canva work and create some templates?
Yeah.
And we can...
Anyone want to join me?
Yeah, I'll
join with you, but I've got to go, sorry. But I'll join with you, Saz.
Okay.
So but I've got to go. So
yeah,
I'll catch the read.
Okay. Bye, Sarah. So me, Sarah, and John look at some templates, bounce some ideas around. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go shoot in a minute because I'm not really contributing because I'm shattered.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now we've got that. I'll organise something and go from there. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay.
I'll listen to the rest later. Okay. Bye.
Absolutely.
Right.
So,
bye, John.
Bye.
If we've got templates, can we have another group just brainstorming what those circulatory posts are going to be? What the actual words are. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah, in there as well. Nicola, do you want to join us on that?
Okay, well done, people. And then we will have a formal engagement party and then a marriage ceremony to bring them all together. I'll make the dress, it's fine. Okay. So that's Steph, Nicola, and was it you, Kat?
Yeah.
So the other suggestion we've had is about having a monthly calendar for the.
Yeah.
So shall I do something with that?
Yeah.
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 I can either quickly put something together, or I can work with someone on that if anyone wants to work with me on that.
Well, we just need to decide what day of the week it is and what time of the week it is, so is it a Thursday? Is it the third Thursday of every month, and is it at 7 o'clock? So maybe just put a poll in the WhatsApp.
Okay. I mean, yes. I mean, it can be scheduled as well, can't it? It doesn't have to be.
Sorry,
you're talking about the meetings. I'm not talking about the meetings. I'm talking about the other idea, which was to do the modality, so that one person takes on board. I'm going to do hypnotherapy this month.
Mm-hmm.
So we need volunteers to do that, and that's individual volunteers.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy to sort of like try and gather people together for that.
Fabulous, thank you. Yeah. And obviously bearing in mind that if we do something like hypnotherapy and we have everybody does hypnotherapy, we're going to have a lot more content than a month where we have a modality where there's only one person that does that modality.
Well, maybe we just ask for one person each time it goes round. We could just ask, and it could be if it's EAM, be a different person each time, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But just one volunteer to talk about Akashic records. In fact, poor Mandy's going to be doing most of this.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean. So, trying to think of a way to make this a little bit more.
But it could be, because if you're talking about hypnotherapy, your post could be something about the subconscious mind. What do you think about about the subconscious mind? And that could be any of the modalities, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But it's specifically, it's just assigning. Otherwise, it's making sure there's accountability, that everybody is responsible for putting something in. Otherwise, it falls back onto maybe you five creating content, and we don't want that. So in a way, it's you do it. It can either be about hypnotherapy, or it could be about general things that would relate to all those different things as well. So even if Lou's not just got Akashic Records under her belt, if it was Lou, she could do other things. So related to energy, which is all of us, related to you know,
how many of us are there in total?
Sorry?
How many of us are there in total? Somebody remind me.
14, including us.
Yeah.
I mean, another way of doing it would be we could have a bio of the month. So we could start with someone's bio and say, our guest poster of the month or whatever it is. And then that person is given some generic, like you were saying, some templates to work with. So they would introduce themselves. They would introduce the modalities they work with, and they would, a separate post, and then they would do a post, at least one post in that month around. Definitely something to say about that.
All I'm going to say is if there's 14 of us, somebody's going to have to wait 13 months before it's their turn.
Yeah.
Is it weekly rather than monthly?
Yeah.
Because a month's posts is a lot of responsibility, whereas we can all do something for a week. And 14 weeks is about once every 3 months ish. So that sort of keeps it fresh. I don't know. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think your bio of the month, spotlight of the month is a great idea. But as Steph said, if we're waiting for 13 months to come round to have your crack at it, then but I think this is germinating. If there's 14 of us and we each agree to produce 2 pieces of content per month for the website, that will practically give us a post a day. And it's just about coordinating that, I think.
We could just allocate the first 28 days of the month. Everyone gets 2 days that they know I have to post on the 2nd and the 24th of the month.
Yeah.
My 2 posts.
Yeah.
Then at least 2. This could be a really easy calendar.
Yeah. And to
then
start
we can
off with,
schedule...
one of those posts could be your bio spotlight. So you're done. And then that's, a month down the line, next time we think of something else, and then do the spotlight thing again later on and again later on. And because we're always changing. We've always got new things to shout about. How does that sound? And obviously, if there are people who can't produce 2 pieces of content a month, we understand that, life is busy. And maybe they can commit to engaging on the generic posts and things like that. So, yeah. And sorry, no, go on, Jen.
I'm just thinking, if there's those 2 pieces of content don't absolutely have to be on the website, ideally they'll be on the website.
Yeah.
And they'll be chunky. But otherwise, you're just talking about a post, aren't you?
Yeah.
Copy something you've seen on the internet somewhere else and post.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have
something heard on the radio or a link to a program or something. It's not difficult. It's not difficult, and
it's a good getting people going as well if they're not using.
And that's maybe another thing that we can do is, as well as a database or Drive or Trello board of words and examples to tweak for copy. We can also have ideas of if you really don't know what to post or what, have a look at these ideas. You know, have you read a good book? Have you seen a really good documentary that mentioned energy? Or, you know, so don't really need to be stuck. Just go to that list, and you know, file can be a file in the Facebook group. It's my turn to post. Oh my God, what do I post? Oh yeah, look. Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to ask, could we possibly as well do something like the new paradigm group, where we know where we've got that rota and we're all commenting on each other's posts, and so that you've obviously got all the formats set up there and how it works, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, really, we don't need to sort of post on it. We just need to know that every day go in and comment or like on Circle for Transformation.
Yeah, so it's going to be something every day.
Yeah. And even if you forget for a day, as long as most of us are checking in every now and again throughout the day, that will create plenty of engagement.
And looking at, you know, when you're talking about engagement, lives, is any of us going to be doing lives on there to? Yeah.
Anyone who's willing, it'd be absolutely fab to do that straight away.
Yeah.
And over time, we've got ideas about having conversations and things like that.
And if the idea of going live just terrifies the life out of you, record a video and post a video. It's cool. Till you build your confidence.
We've had 85 views since we started putting content on in just over a week.
Oh,
not bad.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And
That
at
is
least
brilliant.
one like from someone I don't recognise. So it's at least a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Can I just ask for everyone here and for everyone watching the recording, are you following and liking the page? Because I'm just looking at it. We have 14 followers and 10 likes. So, and there's Sarah Pike with her private profile and Breeze Holistic. So I don't think everyone is on there. So if you're watching, if you can please like and follow Circle for Transformation page, which is the page going out, not the mentor group where we talk about
the page
ideas. This is where the posts go and where we ideally want to engage on each other's
and across
posts.
Platforms.
Yeah, like, share, and share to your own.
Yeah.
So
and what Anu says
applications to do
about
that.
sorry, Kat, what Anu says about a YouTube channel for Circle for Transformation, absolutely, yes. Off you go. Set it up. Go for it. Easier to share as many people as it don't go on much on Facebook. Absolutely, Anu. I think that's a brilliant idea, because a lot of us are putting in our posts links to videos and things like that. Those videos can go on YouTube as well, and then you link, instead of putting the video itself on our website and choking up our website, put it on YouTube and then put the link to the YouTube video in your post on the website. But yeah, we can also create a separate Circle for Transformation YouTube channel where the videos go. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Can I just ask, my understanding was that if you link out in your post, Facebook doesn't like it and it doesn't
this is in the website, Jane.
Sorry?
In the website.
Yeah, no, but if you make something in YouTube and then go into Facebook and link to it,
if you put the links in the comments rather than the body of the post, it's not so bad. Yeah, don't put your links to videos or other Facebook pages and whatever in the post. Make that the first comment. I know, it doesn't like it. What are we supposed to do if we want to promote other content? We've got to do it somehow, and if enough of us are engaging on it, it will still get seen. Okay. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Shall I collate kind of an overview of our thoughts into a loose kind of document guide for this is sort of what we've agreed on? RSVP. or whatever. So so we know who's doing what and what other people are expected to be taking part in, and also can they add to the suggestions or help us tweak it or whatever, and move on from there. This is just to start establishing something, and obviously we'll assess again in a month, 2 months, 3 months to see what's working, what isn't working, what we can tweak, just to keep it interesting, and just so that we know what we're up to. And the more we sort of do it and handhold each other while we're doing it, the more it'll become like second nature, breathing in and breathing out, and we'll just get in the groove. But it's just about starting something and getting us off the blocks.
My initial thought, to keep it really easy and simple, Sass, to condense it down to a few posts in the mentor group, to ask if everyone's on board to committing to a 2-day rota, to posting something on the website, and then also putting it on the social media.
What's the 2-day rota?
If everyone commits to 2 days a month to posting something, that gives us 28 days of something going up.
Kat, is this the page that you're talking about, or is it a group that you're talking about?
At the moment, the idea is to post the idea of the rota in the mentor group where we all are talking between us. And if everyone's thumbs up for creating 2 pieces of content a month, then we can get the rota set up.
But that will be for the website, because everything you post on the website will automatically create a post for the social media platforms. So
automatically.
Sorry?
It's not, sorry, I was thinking you meant it's automated. It's not automated.
No, I know it's not automated.
Sorry, just for a minute, I thought you were.
It gives you something to post about.
Yeah.
Because if we want to post on Facebook and not create stuff for the website, yeah, fair enough. But it's a bit of a lost opportunity.
So you want us as contributors now, yeah, not as a gathering, as contributors. You want us to contribute something for the Circle for Transformation website, and then that will be converted into a post that goes on to that. Okay, that's fine.
And if that's not possible, then yeah, I appreciate a lot of people are busy, and some of these things take a while to get the momentum going. At least create some posts if it's your turn to do the posts, and we'll put some suggestions up for that. We've talked about a lot of stuff that's now going round and round in my head like a minestrone soup. So
my only concern is, if you want us to actually post, has everybody got access to post? Because I haven't.
What do you mean on the
Facebook page?
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, we'll make you an admin.
No, I'm just trying to understand, because I've got lost.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we as contributors are only creating something that goes on the website. Social media will get sorted by somebody somewhere. We don't have to do anything. We just need to put something on the website. 2 pieces of content a month.
If we're going to do regular stuff on the page as well, and other people get responsible for that, then yes, they will have access to the social media platforms.
Right.
Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. It's might change it in 3 months' time. We might generate enough income to have a VA to do that for us.
I was just getting lost. I was just trying to clarify.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm starting to get lost. It's gone round and round and round in my head already. I'm looking at our notes and thinking I have no idea what that means. But I think I'll remember, and I'll play the video back to myself. So we've kind of got an overview. Sorry, Nick.
I think you'd have to do both, because if you did a blog on the website, that's going to be a hell of a lot longer than a social media post. Your social media post would be live a happy life and go and see my blog on the website if you want to read more. So
that's it.
Create the posts,
because one of the big intentions of social media is to drive people to your website. Let's not forget that. Let's not lose sight of that. It's to drive people to the website, to look at the modalities, to look at the coaches there, and to engage with their offerings and what they're doing.
Bye, Anu.
Bye, Anu.
Bye.
You know, because that's where the gold is. It's in email lists and websites. Social media can just pull the plug on us at any point. So we have the backup of the website that's doing well in the search engines, because we're getting a lot of clicks, etc., etc. So hopefully that makes sense. I appreciate at the moment it's probably as clear as mud, but I think in the doing of it, it will start to iron itself out and become a little bit clearer.
Is there an issue with us producing stuff for our own social media and repurposing it for Circle for Transformation?
No, not at all.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So if we're already creating for our own social media, we can just use that.
Yeah. All of the business coaches in here will tell you that that's the way to do it. I never do anything unless it serves 5 purposes. If it's got to be a blog and a post, possibly a workshop, possibly a giveaway. Everything you do has several layers to it and several purposes.
So it's not a chore to do it for Circle for Transformation, because you will be doing it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I posted inviting you guys over. I wanted to highlight that without a community, I wouldn't be where I am. That's why Circle for Transformation is so vital, to have this community. So if you post something on your own social, share it. But the idea is, you have your page on Circle for Transformation that can link to your own stuff, so you can use the essence of it in Circle for Transformation Facebook, which brings to the Circle for Transformation website, which then brings to your own website. So you're all interlinking everything.
Yeah.
Can I ask one more question? And I don't really know what words are coming out of my mouth here, but what about SEO? Are the things that we need to include?
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means. I'm just saying.
Don't go there at the moment. Just create your bio and then I hold your hand.
Yeah. But absolutely, no. Hats off to you, Nicola, for actually acknowledging that it's something that we should be looking at. Absolutely, yeah.
We can put some hashtags on maybe at the bottom of a whole set of hashtags that go on maybe on those templates, there could be a whole list of hashtags that go on the bottom of every post.
Yeah. I've got hashtags that I regularly use. I will put them in the Facebook group and get people to add to them. So we've got a massive bank of hashtags to choose from. Absolutely.
Sas, I'm seeing a few chunks here. So if you do templates, could you put the hashtags with that as one post? And then we have another post asking about the rota to engage with everyone.
Yeah, break it down.
And then if Stephanie
in the Facebook
and
group,
Nicola
you mean in the Facebook group?
In the group to chat between us about what action we need to take to gain momentum.
Yeah.
And then if and when Nicola, Stephanie and myself get together and brainstorm the reoccurring themes, then we can float the ideas in the group as well. So we've got 3 sections of how we take action.
Yeah.
If I missed anything, Stephanie, any ideas?
I'm good with that. I think you did great. You summed it up perfectly, Angel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, one last thing. When to meet. 4th one. I knew there was a 4th one.
Well, there's only half a dozen of us left now. Maybe we should have done that at the beginning when I mentioned it. So
Well, we had a fairly good turnout today, Thursday.
Yeah.
Louise couldn't make it because she had a hospital visit.
Okay.
Carly said she meant to do it and something came up.
Okay.
So
Did you not do a poll on them, just putting Monday to Friday and seeing which is the most popular day?
Yeah.
Monday to Thursday, not Friday as an option. Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday, and it's going to like 7 o'clock's the time, isn't it? And then see what the most popular day is.
Yeah.
But there's also 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. There's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the
There is for
afternoon.
you, but us that work in other jobs don't have that option.
But you don't work Thursdays and Fridays.
No. So if that's an option, I would be ticking those ones.
Yeah.
but
So if we put that in the WhatsApp group, can't you add options in or in the Facebook group? You can add options to a poll, can't you, in a Facebook group?
And WhatsApp.
I think so. Can't remember. It says add option, and you can put your own. I'd rather do that, and other people go, oh yeah, I can do that as well. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay. Or something else. It's gone. C'est disparu. Can't remember what it was. Yes, Nicola, you are not dogs, you're puppies. You're all puppies. Cuddly little puppies.
Are you
When I see you all next, it's all tummy rubs.
That might be sooner than he thinks, us.
Exactly, yeah. So anything else at all, or are we end of our ball of string?
So tired.
On the logo bit, is there like colours? Do we know what the colours are if we're going to use them in posts?
You'll have a copy of the logo. Just stick the logo, and we'll put it in the template.
But the logo's one thing, but like the colours for the writing, the typefaces, or is there, like you were talking about, having a congruent message with the same?
Yeah, if there's a template, the template will have the right colours in it.
Okay.
And all you do is change the text, and it will be the right font, and it will be the right colour.
Okay, cool.
And as soon as you put a logo or any kind of image like that in Canva, it picks up the colours anyway, and you just choose that colour, and it will correspond to the image anyway.
Told you I knew nothing about Canva.
I'll hold your hand.
I have a Steph for that.
Exactly. Fabulous. Fab. And if anybody does want help with Canva and stuff, then reach out. We've got all this pool of talent and gifts that we can all bring. We all have strengths somewhere along the line. We do. Is that everything, people? Thank you so much for your time and your patience and your dedication and your love and your vibes. You're all lovely people, and I am so privileged to know each and every one of you. It's just my family.
Oh.
Even if you're watching on replay, you're my family. Okay, know this. You're my family. Absolutely. Yeah. You're not getting a Christmas card. And you're certainly not in the will. Sorry, I give, I take. It's balance. It's yin yang. No, honestly, yeah. The later it gets in the day, the worse my sense of humor gets. And I've got to admit this. When I do my teaching, and I teach sort of 6-week courses and things, I say right at the beginning, okay, understand this. The sense of humor does not improve no matter how many weeks it goes on for. So yeah. It's just the way it is. Yeah. Okay. Have a lovely rest of Thursday and a lovely weekend. And when we've got something to put up, put it in the Facebook group, and we'll go from there. And this has been fantastic. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for taking the lead, Cass.
Thank you.
Lovely seeing everyone.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
lovely to
Thank you
see
so
you
much.
all. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.